Hi guys, is this the third fucking time I'm trying to record this shit? Okay, it's I on the Martin,
And I'm Crossover Lion.
and Marvel Tokon is pretty fucking cool, isn't it, guys?
Yee!
Yeah, so I want to do something while we're waiting for Death Valley to come out tomorrow for Wily Tom. So I figured, why not? I want to try to do a wish list slash prediction video for the for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, and the game looks amazing. I'm gonna get day one. Made by Arc System Works, the graphics and settings look amazing. It has all kinds of little Easter eggs. It's a wonderful aesthetic. It has 4v4 fighting characters. Oh my god. I want so I want to go through and sort of make a wish list slash prediction video about regarding who I think might be in the game. As well as who might be potential to get it. So it's like there are currently I'm currently predicting there's gonna be like 36 characters at launch, with about maybe 12 DLC characters, probably more. But that's my general estimate, about 48 characters. 48 characters is generous, I think.
Yeah, that seems about generous.
All right, so I just need
That'd be like
yeah.
that'd be like a 20 teams if you had like 10 people fighting.
All right, so what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm just gonna fill out the roster spots because the people who we do know are in the game. So 1 second. Okay, so we finally got. Okay, so yeah, so these are the characters we know for sure are in here so far. So we have Captain America, Iron Man with the sick ass fuck, the Gundam Kamen Rider design. We have Kamala Khan, we have Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, we have Doctor Doom, Storm, Star Lord, and of course Spider Man. So that's a real.
Oh, solid picks.
Yep. Right now we still have a shit ton of care space to fill in. So I figured we
More,
start
more
with
than likely.
I figured we start with just by getting clearing the obvious people. There are a few hints about people the who are in the game by default. So let me just
Or at the very least, they're mentioned as cameos in the background.
yeah. So yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to do this. Okay. So I have a good, decent list of people who I think are going to be in the game. Let's start with let's start with the let's start with one of the most obvious. Oh, God damn it! I know how. Don't,
Daredevil.
yeah, fuck's sake. I'm gonna fucking kill Korea program. Yeah, but Daredevil. He's basically all but confirmed to be in the game.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, you can see
Big fan.
you can see his you can see his establishment right outside the one stages. So you can also see Schumer Gorath in there too. So it's definitely likely. It's
More
definitely
than likely, yeah.
yeah. I mean, and also the developer said they want to include characters that have never been in the fighting game before, and Daredevil has never been in the fighting game before.
Huh.
Yeah, no, I don't get
That's
it.
actually interesting. But then again, he is a lawyer.
Total seems
No
right.
wait. No wait. Phoenix Wright was in a fighting gang,
Yeah,
so that's not an excuse.
yeah, no, all right. And also we had the basic Avengers. Uh,
Also, She-Hulk was in a fighting game.
yeah, uh, yeah, true. Speaking of Hulks,
Oh,
the
the Hulk, of
the yeah, of
course.
course, the Hulk, of course, is. I think we can probably lock down that pretty much all the Avengers are gonna be here. So
All the big named ones, at least.
yeah, so we have
We probably won't see the Salt Lake City Avengers.
maybe who
They are
knows.
going.
We're gonna I'm gonna
They are going to
we're come back to we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to that later once we fill out the roster spot. And we also have Thor, obviously, of course. Assuming assuming it'll let me do it. That's Thor. All right. In terms of, I'm gonna actually. All right. In terms of other characters who's gonna be in here, I have one specifically I want. So
Okay.
it works. All right.
Lay it on me.
It's Rocket. Of course, it's Rocket. I love
Oh
Rocket.
God, of course, Rocket.
I know people don't. I know people are scared of Rocket because he's small and in flying games makes big, but I don't care. Rocket's perfect.
That.
I think he'd be a fun weapon specialist and trap expert.
Mm.
Yeah. So hey. So yeah. So Rocket is a good pick. I like Rocket. I think he'd be fun. Next pick. Next person up though is going to be a little more. Let's see. What was it? What's what we're looking for? Unique. So we all know Deadpool, right? We have probably can have a full fall breaker in the end. It makes sense, you know. But I'm going to
Yeah.
throw guys a curveball. I'm going to say
Gwynpool?
Winpool with a Jeff assist. with a Jeff assist.
Oh, that's perfect. You
I
make such a good pair.
I think Winpool has
Pair word.
yeah, I think Winpool has a chance for a number of reasons. For one, Arx likes to fight in girls, so I figured that's like might be a perfect pick to include. And also having a Jeff the Shark assist for special moves might be a good idea. Second is that Gwenpool has a specific uniqueness to Deadpool in that regard, in that she doesn't necessarily use. Unlike Deadpool, who just breaks the fourth wall, Gwenpool actually weaponizes it. She has complete control over the fourth wall and how it interacts, and how the comics interact. She can attack with speech bubbles. She can throw people outside comic panels. She can use it as a form of time travel. It's a lot of unique shit that I think would be interesting if they transfer over to the fighting game. It's like, yeah. But I also think she has a lot more unique traits to her that will make her distinct from Deadpool. I think Deadpool's going to get in the game regardless, but we'll discuss that later. The other next character I wanted to include that I think is going to have a good chance. Getting in since I can pull in. Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur. I don't know if y'all have ever watched the Moon Girl Double Dinosaur show, but that is fucking fire.
Magic.
This show is fucking amazing, and Flymark
It
Studios
is.
deserves all the credit. I'm going to hate Disney forever for ruining this show because they're fucking shitty ass business practices. But yeah, Moon Girl Double Dinosaur absolutely peak.
At least had a decent ending.
At least it had an ending, yeah. It could have been a whole lot worse for people who could have.
Oh yeah. Plus, they are in that new Marvel mobile game coming out, so
Yeah, exactly. I want them to come back. As for next, this one is a pretty. This one I think this one's a popular pick. It's Squirrel Girl. It's
Squirrel Girl.
of course.
I think this is one of my picks.
I think Squirrel Girl is pretty obvious. I think this is gonna be one of my picks. I think Squirrel Girl is gonna get in regardless whether or not it's crossover and I said it, but I think Squirrel Girl is perfect for a fighting game. I think it's we have Makoto and BlazBlue. Let's think about that for a minute. Makoto and BlazBlue is basically Squirrel Girl without the squirrels.
I will take your word on that.
I mean, you never seen Makoto? Hold on a second.
I keep wanting to get into BlazBlue, but I keep actually forgetting to get into BlazBlue.
I'm going to post an image in the chat right now. 1 second. Yeah, this is Makoto, by the way.
Yeah, no, no, I recognize her now from Frost Tag Battle.
Yeah. It's
A TA if she was a squirrel.
Yeah, no, that's definitely Squirrel Girl. So I think Squirrel Girl, having the actual Squirrel Girl will probably do a lot. Alright, in terms
Makes
of...
sense to me.
Yep. Alright, in terms of other characters, let me just, I'm going to save a few of them for later, but we'll get back to them for now. There is one, let's see, there are a few other characters we can think of we can try, in here. So we have a lot of the Avengers. We have sort of the core Avenger team right now. We have Iron Man. We have Captain America. We have
Thor.
Yeah, we have
Hulk.
And in terms of, I think we need to fill out. I think we need X-Men here. I mean, we need X-Men in this game. So hold on a second. I'm going to cut real quick. Okay, so we have a few more ideas in terms of other characters who might be in here. So let's start with probably the one who has who's most likely who's definitely most likely getting in.
Who'd
It's it,
that be?
it's Wolverine. Let's be real. It's Wolverine stuff has to be in the game. I think
Yeah, no, yeah.
I argue Wolverine's probably one of the most iconic X-Men of all time. I mean, we have Storm already in the game, so it's not a really surprise that Wolverine would not be also be in the game.
Yeah, no, Wolverine is probably the most likely option out of any character.
Yeah, only wasn't so. It only takes forever. In terms of other characters, I think there's a good idea for who might be in the fighting game. We have Psylocke. I'm gonna say Psylocke because Psylocke is basically a ninja, and why not? Because we need a ninja in fighting games.
Makes sense, especially because this is very anime themed.
Yeah, I think Psylocke would be perfect for this game. Uh, in terms of other characters, we you know what we have to do. We absolutely should have Black Panther in the game. Absolutely.
Oh God, yes.
Black Panther absolutely has to be in this game. It's super real.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like, it needs to be.
Yeah, it needs to be. All right. All right. Let me think. And then we have arguably one of the more obvious characters who might be in this game. So I'm assuming my computer doesn't have a fucking heart attack. It's Scarlet Witch. I think the Scarlet Witch is probably a shoe-in for the roster. She's both,
Yeah, no, yeah.
especially since she represents both X-Men and the Avengers. So, and she plays the part of villain sometimes, so that it can definitely work.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we have a pretty colorful roster right now. I think so far. So, I think with that said, we should probably throw in some more mutants in there. So I think there's a character here who absolutely fits Arxis' MO, and that is going to be Gambit. Gambit is absolutely has to be king. He is so Johnny coded. He should absolutely you remember, you guys remember Guilty Gear Strive, how cool Johnny was. Gambit is basically that. He is so fucking cool. He absolutely should be in this game. I think I think that's
Yeah, no, he's pretty awesome.
yeah. All right, and then we have arguably another probably top pick that I heard people say a lot.
Who?
Is Rogue.
Who?
It's Rogue. I think Rogue.
No, she makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get every single Marvel character in existence, but I think having Rogue with her ability to like absorb powers and copy fighting styles, especially with Captain Marvel's powers, I think that's a good guarantee that she'll probably be in a good roster spot and probably lead to unique stuff. Yeah. Well, like everyone likes Rogue. Why not? Like, why not? And speaking of copycat characters, I think we have. I think Taskmaster has a pretty decent chance of being in the game. If we might not get all. This might be an NPC situation where we won't get all the characters, but Taskmaster could probably fill in the cameo role at least, especially considering the fact that he's a villain for AIM. So I think that that's probably a good pick for him. It's a decent workaround for what might be a limited roster spot. But we still got a lot of spots left to fill out. One thing I want to do before we continue is to actually add more villains, because we definitely need more villains in this game. So first things first.
Loki's probably definitely going to be a villain.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to put him on the roster spot right now.
Ooh, I hope he gets a Cathor alt.
A Cathor?
Oh, yeah, okay. Squirrel Girl's roommate Nancy Whitehead
Yeah.
makes a comic called Cat Thor, and Nancy Whitehead also happens to be Loki's favorite person on Earth.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes Loki will, turn into Cat Thor, partly to mess with his brother, partly because it makes Nancy happy.
Oh, that's very sweet. I like that. I like that. That's very sweet. I would have included Bay
Yeah.
Ray Bill, but I don't think. But I'm gonna maybe save Bay Ray Bill for later. But we'll see. We'll see if it pans out. Okay, so we have decent roster. Let's add one, at least one more here. We have, of course, Master Magnetism Magneto. It, I think.
Yeah, no, that makes. Yeah, no, that tracks. That tracks.
Yeah. I think Magneto's probably a good shoe-in for this game.
Wait, is he currently a villain right now? I kind of lost track in the comics.
It flips, flops, but let's be real. Let's be real. It would not surprise me. He's commonly portrayed as the villain, but let's be real. He's kind of a hero as well, right? I think having Magneto in this game is be cool because let's be real. Storm Warrior looks fucking.
Real.
Storm Warrior looks fucking amazing. We have Tager and BlazBlue who has magnetism. I think it can work. And of course, we have to have the biggest bad in all of Marvel as he's kind of the bad guy. It's Thanos. Of course it is.
Ooh, Ultron will probably be a villain too.
Fuck, I
He
gotta
is one of the big
Ultron.
ones.
Hold on, cut. Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay, alright, guys, I just remembered something very important. We have not, it's a 4v4 fighting game. There is no Fantastic Four. We need to fix that immediately. Honestly.
Oh god, yes. Yes, we do. We do.
Yeah.
Although I feel like we could make do with at least 2 of them, but I understand why we need all 4. Because 4v4 cannot have all of them.
I think it has to be. I think it absolutely has to be. If we're gonna have a team, a 4v4 team, we have to have the 4 team. Especially since I don't think any of them have been in the fighting game before. So
That feels wrong, but I don't know if it is.
what feels wrong?
None of them being in a fighting game.
Yeah, no, they have not been in the fighting game before. We have had Doctor Doom, but we have Doctor Doom, we have Super Skrull, who have all the Fantastic Four powers, and back in MVC3, we have not had the Fantastic Four ever. There we go. Okay, so we have fucking 7 roster spots for the base roster. Okay, I'm going to think really hard about this. Okay, so. There's one more character I think we absolutely should have in the hero spots, and that is definitely going to be Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange has to be in the game.
Oh yeah, no, definitely Doctor Strange.
Granted, we do have Scarlet Witch, so it's possible we could go without him. But I think
no. Doctor Strange at this point is like another member of the Avengers. You kind of have to include him in stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the Master of Mysticism.
Yeah.
The fucking epic cape.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's just too iconic not to include.
Yeah, exactly. So now that we have that, we should probably go on to last few characters. There's a couple characters we should have that have not been in game, and that comes down to the fact that we have not actually included enough villains, and we have to include probably one of the most iconic villains for Spider-Man, of course. It's Venom. It has to be Venom.
Of course, Venom.
Yes.
No, at this point, it's basically a who's who.
Yeah, but to be fair, we have a decent separation, I think, in terms of.
Oh, I know my picks are pretty out there.
We have. There we go. So we have Venom. In terms, we also have the other very important villain we have to deal with. It's
The Sandman.
No, it's Ultron, of course.
Oh,
Fuck.
God, Ultron. Of course, Ultron.
I would include Apocalypse, but I think Apocalypse is a bit too much right now.
Apocalypse is kind of overplayed.
I don't like Apocalypse that much either, to be honest.
Fair.
Alright, we have a few more spots. I have a few ideas I wanted to include, but let me just go back and through these again. Let's go with the other character who has been teased to be in the game.
Luke Cage?
Dazzler.
Oh, Dazzler.
Yeah, Dazzler was also teased. She has a show in the stage to begin with, so I think Dazzler will probably be an obvious choice. I think Dazzler's probably an obvious choice. In terms of other characters, there's one more character I want to include. I think that might be important. Let's see. It's Magic. Magic is pretty cool. All things considered, in terms of finding your roster. Yeah.
I've played with her a bit in Midnight Sun. She's pretty interesting.
And also Marvel Rock. She's also Marvel Rival, so she's kind of big right now. I think she'd be a cool install character. Like she can go into her second form and go out for that shit. You know what? We have two characters. I'm gonna take your picks for them. I think we have one more. We have room for one more villain.
Nah, you take them. I'll take all the DLC.
No, I think it's one of yours. It's a Sandman.
Oh, Sandman.
Yeah, I think this is a decent villain. I think Arc System can really cook with this in terms of animation, stuff like that. Because Sandman can do a whole lot of cool transformation stuff. I think Arc System, especially with characters like Sato 1 and Eddie, they can get pretty creative how they want to animate this. So I think Sandman would be a good addition. And of course, there's also I think one more X-Men can include for here. I think it's one of yours, the base roster. Crossover, explain why Angel should be in this game.
Okay, before I do that, I'm just gonna say my picks for this game I did a little bit unconventionally. You see, I happen to have a deck of Marvel-themed tarot, and so I've kind of drew a bunch of cards throughout the ones that were either items or characters already selected for this, and I let the fates decide which characters are going to be in this game. And one of the cards I drew happened to be the Six of Swords, aka Angel. As a member of the X-Men, he seems like a pretty good addition to the addition of a mutant to the roster. Plus him being, a flying-based fighting character would probably add a bit more. How should I put this? He'd be a good air juggler for the game. Being flying-based and everything.
The weirdest part is that is that a good portion of the beginning characters who are in this game already fly. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, but they're not constantly flying. I mean, Angel probably isn't either, but they don't have just giant, massive fuck-off wings, so...
It'd be fun. It'd be neat. It'd be like Dizzy almost. So he has this big ring, these big ass wings she can fly around on. Have big ass hitboxes. Maybe he has guard points on his wings. That way he can just power through attacks.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so this is a pretty decent roster, I think. It's very colorful. There's a lot of variety in terms of power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nothing too egregious. We have magic users, we have super soldiers, we have superpowers, we have guns, we have space aliens. It's a decent roster, I think. Okay. And that's all for the unique roster. In terms of DLC, one thing I want to think about DLC is that one thing our system wants to do is make sure for the base roster, they want to include as much variety as they can. So they don't want. I doubt they're gonna have too much overlap in terms of powers and skill sets or arsenals in terms of the original. terms of other characters.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to just try to cut back on how much overlap in terms of that. For DLC though, I think they're going to go for fan favorites. So I think there's no other fan favorite that they can include, that they could possibly ever include, than Spider-Man.
Then, oh, Miles, of course.
Yeah.
I actually drew him.
Yeah, Miles Morales is huge. I think he is actually absolutely going to be in the game. Probably not DLC because he already shares a lot of similarities with Spider-Man in terms of his base moveset, but his electric powers gives him a new strive edge. I think I think as far as cool as Miles is, I think he's probably going to be a DLC character. I mean, that's going to sell. You can sell a game alone based off Miles Morales. So you can sell a game more if you put him as DLC. I think he's a good pick. I think he absolutely should be in this game.
Okay.
Crossover Light.
Elektra. Elektra.
Yes.
The Queen of Swords. She's one of the members of Deadpool's comics, I believe.
Well, also Daredevil.
Daredevil. I can't believe I got that mixed up. I'm a fake fan. Oh my god. But yeah, no, badass lady ninja seems like a perfect fit for this game.
Yeah, the reason
Plus, we could always use more female characters.
Yeah, the reason I didn't include her in the base roster is because we already have Daredevil. So I figured that wasn't very useful that much. Yeah, but she would absolutely be worthy of DLC. In terms of the next character, though,
the next character I drew happened to be the King of Wand, Beast, Hank McCoy.
Explain what Beast should be in this game.
Oh, he's a grappler. Straight up, definitely a grappler.
Okay, because we already have Hulk, we have the Thing, we have Black Panther and Wolverine. So, do you want Beast to be like a mix of that shit?
I think he's gonna excel when it comes to any of the grabbing moves. He can also probably flip around like with the best of them. He's probably gonna be hard to pin down, but once he gets close to you, you're gonna be cooked.
He's a Blanca, basically.
Yes, more than likely. Except he has a college education and cook Shakespeare at you.
I'm going to throw my 2 cents. Do you think that Arc System Works is going to be able to make Beast more like a scientist character where he has all this equipment and chemicals and stuff that he can throw at you?
Possibly, but I don't think it would fit his fighting style. I mean, maybe some tech to help with maybe some gauntlets or something, or fake claws to like enhance his already natural abilities, but I don't think he'd be throwing around chemicals anytime soon.
Yeah,
that would be a bit more like an Iron Man thing.
Yeah, that's
also... Or Squirrel Girl, or not Squirrel Girl, Moon Girl. What is wrong with me?
Alright, yeah, that's also the reason why I didn't include him in the base roster, because he's very similar to other characters who are probably going to be in the game. So I figured DLC is probably the best, especially since Beast has never been in the fighting game before. Speaking of fighting games, there's one character that absolutely should be in this game. She-Hulk. She-Hulk is already in comics. She's already a fan favorite. Crossover, why should She-Hulk be in this game?
Well, besides the fact that the Fates chose her, she happens to be a great character. She's strong, she's classy, she's just as strong as Hulk.
She's a fourth wall breaker.
That's mostly in the TV show.
No, it's in the original comics too.
Really?
Yep, in the original comics in MVC 3, she freaks fourth wall all the damn time.
Huh, I did not know that.
Dang. Created Deadpool by like a few decades too.
Huh. Good for her. Good for her. Plus, she is another lawyer.
We're gonna get the things right in this bitch somehow. Alright, who else in there? Who else do we have to include? Oh, you know what? There's one pick we had yet for, but we didn't include because we didn't have enough space. Photon.
Yep, another one of my picks.
Yeah, I believe she was...
Photon the Star.
Yeah, I believe she was one of the original Avengers, basically.
Yeah. Plus badass light lady flying through space, shooting light and stuff. I assume she flies through
I mean,
space.
if we're not gonna have
I'm
Captain,
honestly not that familiar with her character outside the MCU.
I mean, if we're not
I
gonna
really
have,
should get on that.
if we're not gonna have Captain Marvel, then we should at least have Photon. At least I think, because
Oh yeah,
yeah,
but plus more representation.
exactly. All right. Who else is? All right, in terms of what else? I have an idea for a character I want to include.
Poop.
Dormammu. Here we go.
Ooh, Dormammu.
Yeah. The reason I want to include Dormammu is because Dormammu was kind of sick. Having a villain Doctor Strange, having Doctor Strange villain is already pretty cool, but Dormammu has that. He has that iconicness going on. Also, the fact that I saw that one like there video where he gets the bartender outfit, and that's already kind of sick as shit.
I know a bit more about his son in that magic school, but I'm not too familiar with Dormammu himself, besides him being a badass gaming guy.
Alright. There is one character I think you want to include. Is that, huh? Hold on a second, hold on a second, let me just think real quick. Okay. You want to include Craven, right? I think.
Yeah,
I think
I didn't draw him, but yeah.
Yeah.
Craven's pretty awesome. Have you seen him in Squirrel?
Not really, but I think it'd be funny to just harass him.
Oh no, he and Doreen are actually really good friends. They even went to an escape room together. It did not end well.
Of course, then.
I know.
I think Craven could be a fun craft character, especially since he's never been in a fighting game before.
Yeah. Also, he has a sick ass fan.
Yeah. Yeah. In terms of other villains, Doc Ock is a must.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah. What are you saying?
I was gonna say, although I do hope they take some notes from Spectacular Spider-Man when designing him and make him a bit more furry.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, if we're including Beast and Rocket Raccoon, then I think we have a decent size enough.
There's never enough.
What, you want to include Werewolf by Night too?
No, mostly because I'm not that familiar with them.
Ah, fuck. Did we include Man-Thing in this game?
Let's not.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
And say we did.
Alright. And we have one more character I have chosen beforehand. And that is it's Cloak and Dagger. I think Cloak and Dagger might work in terms of team fighter. I'm not, especially since if it's like a cis character, like in terms of. I guess the best option would be akin to Dizzy. I guess again, it's a 2-1 character.
Always good to have.
For that record, I think Rocket could also have Groot in some of his attacks too.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So we have 3 character spots
left.
Oh. Okay, so we have 3 more character slots left over. I want to do something unique because we have a lot of copycat characters. I want to think about this a little bit because I wanted to include who else is not represented in terms of Marvel. My immediate idea is the new Avengers, something like that. I have one thing I want. I think we need some. I think there's one more character from another street level character we should probably include, and that is going to be. Is that assuming I can put it in here? It's gonna be Winter Soldier. Let's be real.
Yeah, Bucky Barnes.
Bucky is cursed. Bucky is cursed to be a DLC character forever.
Yeah, but you can't. But if you have Captain America in the game, you're probably going to add Bucky in there regardless.
Yeah. Alright, and then I want to include some characters from like the new Avengers, like the next generation type of thing. So I think one character we could include is actually Wiccan.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah,
He's been he's been an up and comer in the media scene.
yeah, especially with his appearance in One Division, at least in his young version of him.
Plus gay rap.
Oh, speaking of gay rep, and that's his boyfriend Hulkling.
Oh, they could be released in Pride Month.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're gay. Now you're getting it. This would be nice. This would be nice. I think it's a decent roster. I don't think we have any other characters who are separate but in relation to it, except for maybe like Susan Storm and Mr. Reed Richards over there. But I think this is a decent roster, all things considered, and it's
Seems decently sized. You know?
48 characters is already kind of a lot. That's already, I think that's more than UMVC 3. Honestly, let me double check what UMVC 3 what was roster size for UMVC 3. 50 characters. There's a total of 50 characters in the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
Really?
Two of which were DLC characters from the last game.
Huh.
Yeah.
That roster felt so small.
Yeah, no, it's because this game has been around for so fucking long. But this roster, I think, is decent. I think this is a decent roster size in terms of representation in pretty much every single power level we could have in the game.
Well, no, we included Dazzler. Apparently, she's Omega level.
Well, I mean, so is Storm, so is Magneto. Fucking half the X-Men are Omega level mutants. I think this is a decent size. I think this is a good representation of all different aspects of Marvel. It's a little heavy on X-Men. I'm not gonna lie. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, that's kind of on you.
Nine characters. We have 9 characters. So let's be real. But I don't think that. But it's also a fault of the fact that X-Men takes up a huge portion of Marvel itself. Like, it's real. There's like a
True.
yeah.
True, but we could have probably branched out weirder. I mean, how about that guy who's the ad for orange juice?
Sorry, what?
Oh, you don't know? Let me get his name up and then a picture of him for you. He was basically made to be an ad for orange juice.
What, the fucking Condiment King?
Condiment King as an ad for orange juice.
I said like.
I want you to.
I said like Condiment King.
No.
Is it? I mean, we could. If we want to get out there, we could include the fucking the villain to represent the fucking drugs. So let's be real.
Yeah. His name's Captain Citrus, by the way.
Oh, fucking course it is. He's that. Marvel's weird. Marvel is very weird. But I think this is a decent roster. I think.
Here's his picture, by the way, for you, Aeon.
Oh my fucking god! Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is.
He gets powers from sunlight.
I mean, so Superman is he super? Fuck! You know what character we should have included? Fucking Sentry. Sentry is probably a new age villain, a hero villain type of thing. He should he probably be in the game too. He'll probably be in the game too at some point, but like, fuck, man.
Yeah, they'll probably do another season of DLC.
Probably. I mean, I don't. This is just why my initial feeling of what the roster is going to be like. It's versatile enough without being overwhelming. It's not. There's not a whole lot of overlap in terms of powers here. I think you can make a lot of decent roster size with this. But,
yeah. Honestly, a lot of people just make a lot of different rosters, even with not include. A lot of people can make another entire roster without even reselecting anyone we picked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of characters to choose from in the Marvel universe.
Too many goddamn characters for a video game, but in terms of quality and quantity, I think this is decent. I think this is a decent amount of characters. It's colorful. It's versatile enough. I think this should be fun. I think there is enough. You know,
More
Deadpool's.
than likely.
You know, Deadpool is also probably gonna be a DLC character too. So just fuck. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna be it for me, guys. I'm going to. Oh, God damn it! Why is my so this is gonna be my roster. I'm going to post this on Twitter maybe later, but I think this will be a fine roster. If even half the characters get on this list, I think that'll be a decent roster size.
More than likely.
Yeah, fuck. I'm I'm pretty excited for Marvel Tokon. I'm gonna get it when it comes out, and I'll definitely try to play a little bit. I'm not gonna not bring that competitively, but it's like, you know, just for funs.
Of course, of course. Like, we are not competitive fighting game people. You do not want to know how long it took me to beat all girls story mode with every character.
At the very least, there's crossplay, so we can always play. We'll always play together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you hope you guys hope you guys enjoy this. I hope maybe you guys disagree or disagree. Leave your comments below who might be included as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to get back to work on stuff, and also the fact that we got Dead Battle tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. All right, take care, guys. Bye.
Bye. Have fun editing this on.
Fuck. All right. Bye. Also, your avatar's frozen.
I think it's been frozen for a while. We just didn't notice because there was no
Son of a